All right, today we're jumping into something really interesting from our source material. It's a paradox, a real head scratcher about dental health that could totally change how you think about your teeth.
So let's just kick things off with a pretty wild question, right? What if I told you that ancient humans, we're talking people from thousands of years ago with no toothbrushes, no fancy toothpaste, what if they actually had better teeth than we do today?
Now, you might be thinking, no way. But according to the source material we're looking at, this isn't just some random theory. It's a claim they say is backed up by actual archaeological evidence. You know, looking at ancient skulls and seeing a huge difference compared to all the dental problems we deal with.
Okay, so let's dig into this paradox. What's the deal here? We're going to look at what the source presents as the surprising truth behind the history of our smiles.
So here's the heart of the paradox, laid out side by side. On one hand, you've got ancient people, no modern tools, right? And yet, the source says they had very few dental problems. Then there's us. We've got this whole arsenal of advanced products, but so many of us have widespread issues. It's the exact opposite of what you'd think, isn't it?
So that just begs the question, right? Where did we mess up? The next part of our source material dives into a theory it calls the modern microbiome mistake.
Okay, so to really get this theory, we need to talk about something called the oral microbiome. Basically, the source describes your mouth as this complex ecosystem. It's full of billions of bacteria, some good, some bad. And the most important thing to remember here is that it's all about balance. That balance is absolutely key for your oral health.
And this is the central claim the source makes. The real enemy isn't bacteria itself, it's the imbalance. The argument is that a lot of our modern dental products are they're like carpet bombs. They just wipe out everything, including all the good bacteria that are supposed to be in there protecting us.
And to back this up, the source points to some recent research published in Springer Nature. Apparently, this study found a really clear link. People with super healthy teeth also had these huge, thriving populations of good bacteria. So from this point of view, a healthy mouth is actually a busy, well-populated one.
Okay, so if that's the problem, then what's the solution? This is where the source introduces something it calls the probiotic approach. And the whole idea is about restoring, not destroying. So yeah, it's the obvious next question, right? If just killing all the bacteria is the problem, what are we supposed to do instead? How do we get that balance back? While the answer proposed in the source material is a total shift in thinking, it's about finding an approach that works with your mouth's natural biology, not constantly fighting against it. To give a concrete example of this, the source hones in on a product called ProDentim. And get this, it claims that every single dose is packed with 3.5 billion probiotic strains. The whole point is to repopulate your mouth with the good guys. So how does this whole probiotic thing supposedly work? The source breaks it down into a really simple 3-step process. First, you introduce the good probiotics. Second, you help those good bacteria repopulate the whole ecosystem in your mouth. And third, that helps restore your mouth's own natural defense system. But of course, the big question is, does it work? What are the results? So in this next part, we're going to look at the benefits and ingredients of this approach, all based on what's in our source material. The source lays out a bunch of reported benefits, things like getting rid of morning breath, gums that stop bleeding, healthier gum tissue overall, and even claims of teeth getting stronger, whiter, and less sensitive. So if we look under the hood at the formula, the source points out a few key players. You've got Lactobacillus reuteri, which is said to help with inflammation. Then there's inulin, which is basically food for the good bacteria. And they also mention malic acid, which they say comes from strawberries and helps with natural whitening. All right, so let's just zoom out for a second and look at the big picture here. What's the core idea we're supposed to take away from all this? Really, it all boils down to this one powerful idea from the source. Don't keep fighting your mouth's natural wisdom, work with it instead. That pretty much sums up the entire philosophy we've been walking through. And that really just leaves us with one last big question to chew on, doesn't it? When you see this ancient paradox and then look at this modern solution, you have to wonder, is the future of our health actually hidden in our past?